Yo, what's good, guys? With the homie Marcus. What's good, boy?
Was good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just a little impromptu, just like recording. We're talking about some subjects, and figured, you know what? Let's just record this and just record our conversation. We get some content out of it, chop it up, send it out to you guys.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, man. What's good, Marcus? How you doing today, bro?
Man, I'm doing
Excuse me.
good, man. How are you?
I'm chilling, man. As I was saying right before I started recording, like kind of just feeling all over the place, like kind of stressed and saying like time is a tricky thing, pretty annoying
Yeah.
at times, and there's just so much I feel like I gotta do, and
Mhm.
most of the time I don't even do it or like do all of it, so that's like kind of eating up at me.
Mhm.
Other than that, just like stressing about finances and stuff like that, especially since I'm not getting it from the day job. It's all on me trying to get freelance and uh, pick up the slack with Uber Eats and whatnot. But I'm trying to transition to doing less to none Uber Eats and more freelance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Time is a tricky thing that kind of slips through our hands when we're not looking, but when we're paying deep attention to it, it tends to go slow.
For
Slow, slow,
reals.
slow.
That's exactly what you said. When you pay attention to it, like deep attention to it, it's like, damn, nothing's going nowhere, da da da. And then like
Mhm.
you blink an eye because you're chilling, having fun, or you're in flow. You're like, damn, so much time has just passed, and it can
Yeah.
freak you out. Either way.
Exactly. So let me tell you something that I do. Well, I'm a streamer. I stream YouTube. I do a number of things. Dip my finger into this cup, that bowl, this bowl, that pan, this pan.
Yep.
So
Yep.
the object is to keep yourself busy, occupied. That's where you have the tendency to lose track of time, and
Yeah.
then have the tendency to say, "Hey, look at the time fly." So for me, when I find myself stagnant, in elements where I'm seeing time go by slowly, usually what I do is I do some self starters. All
Mm.
right, and I'll give you a list of some self starters that I do. For one, I'm an active person. I ride my bike. I work out. And I've been actually getting a lot of receipts from that, as I
Nice.
interact with my family, friends, and other social events and things like that, associates. And it's rewarding. And
Mm-hmm.
then when you get that reward, that personal reward for you, you look back and you like, damn, time really did fly. And within
Yeah.
that time that flew by, you look at it like it was a metamorphosis. And then you
Mm.
look at it like I was here, now I'm here.
Yeah.
And then it amplifies you to move forward more strongly. Now, there may be elements in place, like you say, or like you said, things like, financial situation, coming up with new ideas, and just finding the way to start on different projects. It might be difficult, but if you stay disciplined to it, which is like one of my key values here with my son, my 13-year-old son. Shout out to my son Anthony Maximus Walker. Um,
Yes, sir.
our core values here in this house is work hard, get things done, and discipline. I honestly don't care about anything else.
Mm.
I just really don't.
Mm.
Like if for example, my son, let's talk about my son for a minute. My son loves playing basketball. He loves
Okay.
playing video games. He loves playing with his friends. And so when he does these things, I support him in a way where I'm like, do these things to the max. Do these
Yeah.
things on a level where you're not only disciplined, but you're a leader for others because you show them by example,
Yeah.
you know? So, like for him, when he's playing video games and he's being competitive, I'm like, hey, go all the way. I'm behind this chair saying, all right, son, you can do it. Hey, you
Yeah.
got this.
Yeah.
Or, hey, man, they blew you away. You got to practice some more,
Oh no,
So,
I guess the thing that makes it tricky, I think you and I are good at like we can go down the rabbit hole. We allow ourselves to do that.
right.
Some people they struggle with allowing that or even trying to figure out what the heck a rabbit hole is at times. Um, but even nowadays, it's easier to get into it because like there's so much. Um, it's just so accessible now. Any niche,
Right.
anything that you're interested in. Um, but it's like it's more so of like holding on to the reins of this. Like with great power comes great responsibility, and so like chasing or going after everything at full capacity at all times, like it can be like tough to do so, and especially
Mhm.
like how we're saying with confines or like circumstances such as like finances and stuff like that. um it's it's like okay, which one do I do, or like things get prioritized differently, especially as we
Right.
get older, you know what I mean? So
Right.
it's funny because like when I was going out to Japan all the time this past like year or so, like people are like, dang, you got money, da da da, you're out here for so long. It's like, well, I didn't have bills. I live at home with dad, and like even that like could weigh on me where it's like, oh damn, like you're still living at home, da da da. But every time I told someone, they're like, damn, I wish I could be doing that because like I got to pay for X, Y, and Z. And then the other thing too is like, yeah, I didn't have bills, no debt. I spent the money, and I
Mhm.
had a job that allowed me to do it. And then now I don't have that job because I had just left it, and so now it's still living within my circumstances and just doing my best to maximize that. And so um I don't know, like just trying to be efficient at things because like Uber Eats is cool, um, but it's not scalable. Obviously, it's good for quick cash every week. It's nice, but even dealing with like a 90, doing it in a 90s car, dude, this thing is older than me. You know what I mean? Like, and I have to put in work on it, and now I'm
Right.
kind of like in a weird like financial situation where I'm kind of just slowly building back up.
Mhm.
So it's like, dude, I need to just like, I need, it's pushing me even more to bet on myself. It's either I go and get another job or I bet more on myself and like trust that God's got me if I do that. That's like working my skills, my gifts, and like using it as a service to other people.
Mhm.
Like, hey, you need custom decals, you need design, you need like any of the things that I do, I'm trying to do that as a service. To where there's two ways to look at it. One is like, oh, it's just doing it just to like keep myself afloat and I can't even do my other stuff. Or it's like, well, I get to use it as a service, and eventually as I get a rhythm and if I can start building, I build up something for myself, then it's like, okay, I can work on my projects. I own something. I'm not going to someone else for this work, meaning like I clock in at a job. I still have to get these jobs here and there, but it's me. You know what I
Right.
mean? And so
Well, let me give you a metaphor
okay.
that can maybe help shine some light on this. As we all walking through life, let's say you're in a neighborhood you never been in,
Yeah.
right? And you're walking through life and you're looking for the avenue to success.
Mhm.
Basically what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
But as you're in this neighborhood, you're walking down all these avenues, and let's say you're looking for Success Avenue, and along your journey of finding this place, finding this avenue, you may walk down an avenue that's a cul-de-sac and
Mhm.
say, well, this wasn't it. This doesn't lead to you to any other avenues, so I have to walk back and
Mm.
then take another route.
Yeah.
And just in saying that and understanding that, that's life.
Mm.
That's life.
Mm.
There is no determining factor here from what I'm hearing from you that would prevent you from success, my friend.
Mm.
As long as you're willing to keep striving and going, that in itself is your own discipline
Yeah.
in doing so. You're not giving up.
Mm.
You're not spreading your defeat out there in the street and saying, "Hey, I'm no longer going to walk these avenues."
Mm.
Dude, you're doing everything you're supposed to do. And then to more realistically look at this from your point of view, you're not only doing that, but you're also rationalizing and realizing these cul-de-sacs that you went down, these streets that you went down, that were maybe not even streets, they were alleys, you
Mm.
know. And then in understanding so, you get closer to Success Avenue.
Mm.
As long as you don't give up that discipline in finding Success Avenue,
Mm.
and you keep determining yourself to find it, you will find it. It's in that neighborhood. And trust me, you're very close.
Mm.
A lot of think about this too in retrospect, because I've traveled and I've gone through the same thing as you. People are like, "Oh man, you're rich. Oh, I only dream of being able to go here, go there, do that." You know, because as you know, I'm a cyclist. I've been to different places, and in the United States, I've been, overseas. I've been to different foreign places riding my bike, and even my teammates. I'm on a sponsored team. Even my teammates, they're like, yeah, I don't know how you do it. Honestly, I don't know how I do it either. When I look back at my old self that was searching for Success Avenue, I didn't know that I was going to find a route that was going to get me closer to it.
Mm.
And honestly, I'm still looking for it. So in all honesty, you have to look at that as whoever's realizing these things about you, your potential, and what you have done, these are people that are also looking for Success Avenue
Mm.
and haven't realized that in looking for it, they're gonna go down these streets. Like you might go down, Prosperity Lane, and then come
Mm.
across somebody that gives you an opportunity. You
Yeah.
might go down Faith Road, where your religious intact with God and your faith takes you to another place.
Mm.
Because through that road, Faith Road, you actually find, hey, this isn't Success Avenue, but it's uh coming towards completion. This is
Mm.
completion street.
Yeah.
So you completed a cycle of going through these different avenues, and it's not those in those directions, but you're coming towards it.
Yeah.
So my only advice would be to keep striving. Don't worry too, like in the words of my younger brother, who I learned from all my siblings. um don't worry about what people are saying. Just
Yeah.
focus on you. you
Yeah, I don't
know
I don't think I ever really worry too much about what other people are saying.
hmm
I never have. Like that's what allowed me to go where I have and
yeah,
do
let
and
me
feel
re
comfortably. It's more so like my biggest thing is like, damn, am I gonna do I have what it takes or like
hmm
not like okay, like I was thinking about this. This is perfectly like this is recent. Probably yesterday. I was like, all right, cool. I just finished this one. I finished two freelance jobs. I got a third one. I'm like, all
hmm
right, cool. And then I'm like, all right, this is cool. And then this one, it looks like it's gonna be an ongoing thing where we're collaborators, and I'm helping him flesh these ideas out. And um, but I'm like, all right, cool. Like this is that's that next nugget, right? And then I'm like,
hmm
all right, what's next? Because that's what like freelancing and being your own boss and stuff like that is.
right.
It's nuggets. It's not like a consistent thing. It's like say for the world of clothing, it's like all right, what are the sales? Are we getting sales? Are we and if we're not just doing it on online, do we have our own shop or do are we in other boutiques or other shops doing consignment or what are we doing to get these nuggets secured? That way we're taking care of it. And some of those will be like reoccurring things, but none of
Right.
that is like ever really solid unless there's like a contract or something for X amount of years or da da da. So especially coming from like nothing and like from the beginning, it's cool. Like I wrote in my journal, it's like I get these waves of like, all right, things are going really well, and it's like the next is like, damn, like I'm fucked. Da da da. Like oh man, like am I gonna make it work? Like, and it's I I came to realization like those feelings up and down feelings, those come regardless. But like time is still going through that, and it's still happening, and you still either got to do the work or you
Hmm.
don't, and then it just plays out. You know what I mean? Like, and like
Let me
obviously got God in there. You know what I mean?
let me ask you a question
Go
that
ahead.
might help you understand that dynamic. Again, going back to the metaphor, if you're searching for a success lane and you come to a dead end street, how frustrated would you be in looking for a success road?
You'd be pretty frustrated.
You'd be pretty frustrated, right?
Yeah,
But if you're still determined
you're
after
gonna
hitting that
back
dead
out.
end street, exactly.
You
So
can
with
hit
that
that
being said,
3 point.
yeah, every clothing designer, I'm pretty sure, went through these struggles unless they just had like some kind of Kim Kardashian back in type kind of finances or exposure,
Yeah,
and we can assume that coming from the bottom to the top, that things are going to happen in a solid way where you'll just skyrocket to the moon where I'm sitting here. Like
yeah,
it doesn't realistically happen like that.
yeah,
You'll have to hit these dead end streets. You'll have to hit these cul-de-sacs. And it's through these trials and errors, which I believe you've already went through one where you'll say, this didn't work. I'm gonna I'm gonna go back and try something else.
yeah.
So I mean, as look, as a close friend of yours, I would just say stay determined.
Stay the
Stay
course.
determined, steady the course because you
Mm,
will, as long as you do that, stay determined and disciplined to
mm-hmm.
finding that success road, you will hit it. You will hit it.
Mm,
I guarantee you will hit it
mm.
because anybody who gives up will not hit it.
Yeah, that's
Will
factuals.
not hit it. 911, I'm lost. Well, did you hit the life alert button type shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, did you fall down?
Yeah.
And I could tell you right now, from what I've been seeing in your previous content and through all your efforts and endearments, you ain't even close to giving up, buddy. Not
Dude,
even close.
yeah, it's one of those things like there was a video I was thinking about recording recently because there's like 2 days where it was just dude, I wanted to throw in this. I crashed out. I was done. You know what I mean? But
Hmm.
it's like, okay, you get up and it's like, well fuck, no one's gonna do shit for me. You know what I mean? It's
Oh,
either I end up homeless or I make figure something out. That's you know what I mean? It's either I check out, you know what I mean? I leave the chat or I keep trying to figure something out. You know what I mean?
right, right. But coming from someone, and I'll share this, I've been homeless twice.
Mm,
I've been homeless twice. Before I had my first business, and you know how successful that was.
mm,
And COVID pretty much ended that, unfortunately. But before all that, dude, I was homeless twice.
mm,
I hit rock bottom twice, but I never gave up.
mm,
Never gave up on myself. And I was in the same boat as you.
mm,
Nobody supported me when I had these ideas. People would say it wouldn't work. People would say like, "Hey, look, you started it and it's not really flourishing like you thought it would." But I stayed the course.
mm.
I stayed looking for success
Yeah.
lane and things became more prosperous. Even when when doors closed, when they blocked off streets for parades or road work,
Mm,
you know,
mm,
I steadied the course and I made sure I maintained it. And I'm saying this to give you support
mm,
in knowing that you can do it too.
mm,
And not only can you do it, you're way further along than that person sitting on the couch.
mm,
And to no disrespect to anybody, whoever's on the other end reviewing this, telling themselves, well, man, there's that project I haven't started. There's that
mm.
idea I had. I encourage everyone
Yeah.
to do it because there's enough pieces of the pie for everyone to
Yeah.
eat.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the more ideas that are out there, the more the more things become beneficial for our community in the
Mm,
small and the big.
mm.
You know, you never know. Anybody could be the next Steve Jobs or the next, Apple creator or the next American Idol or, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
As long as they steady the course, you don't necessarily need outside support. The support comes from inside
Mm.
first
Yeah.
through that discipline, dedication, and determination. And yeah, a couple of friends like me saying, you can do it. But I mean, that honestly doesn't matter because you might have other people saying, what the hell are you doing?
I will
And it
say
could be just as catastrophic,
I will say this
which,
to reel this in
mhm,
and to end it right here because you do gotta pick up your kid. You're
I
saying that,
do.
um, and it ties in well to what you're saying. It's and I wrote it because I watched a church sermon message today on YouTube, and one of the
Mhm.
things he was saying is, when things are good, praise God. You outwardly and you let people know. When you're suffering, you pray. You let God know.
Absolutely.
And then when you are weary or just tired of dealing with God, because it's like, I've been praying. I'm suffering. I've been praying, but God, where are you, man? I've been, and you just feel like it's not even worth it anymore. It says to start asking your church elders or your community to get support for a breakthrough that you haven't been able to receive alone. So like there is
Prayers
those
too.
times where it's like it's beyond me, bro, and
Hmm.
like I need
Oh,
someone to back me up or like pray for me because I don't like I feel like I've been praying and like at this point I don't even want to pray because I'm done. You know what I mean? And like so you need those people to step in because it says he'll never take you through anything you can't handle, right?
right.
But he'll take you to that point to stretch you and to show you the bigger picture that's beyond ourselves because I think that's what he always wants us to do is to start looking beyond ourselves. Um, but yeah, that ties in really well with what you're saying, and thank you for like even this and you championing me. It's been a couple days since I've been struggling. Like it's a day to day thing. We all struggle,
Right.
and for you to be part of my community, to where I'm just tired and I just want to give up. You're one of those people that'd be like, let's get this, bro. Like you'll sit with
Absolutely.
me there tired, and you're like, all right, you done? You ready? Let's try to figure this out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so, but yeah, man, I appreciate you, Marcus.
We go right back at you, bro.
Yes,
Right back at
sir.
you, bro. And I want to let you know this too in closing. Like, you are an example for me too. Just watching you, seeing you go through your endeavors and your efforts, it's motivating to me. In minds, like we didn't discuss everything that I'm going through, and I have similar things where I'm like, this is out of my hands. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Why do I deserve this? Why is this happening to me?
Mm.
But the thing is, I know I'm not alone. And I
Mm.
know I'm not alone in not giving up and looking forward and understanding that God is like the potter. And
Yeah.
if the mold ain't right, if the pot ain't coming, all you gotta do is squish it down,
Mm.
compress it. It's not gonna hurt you now. And then start again. Start
Yeah.
molding it again. Start molding it again. And man, I love you, bro.
I love you too, brother.
And
Thank you.
I'm always praying for you. I'm always praying for my dear friends.
Thank you, man.
Successes in light, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Much love and respect, bro.
All right. I'll catch you soon, man.
All right.
Yeah, I'm always praying for you too, bro. I mean, I feel like we can just go back and forth glazing each other. Let's not do that. But yeah, bro. Let's make this happen again soon.